Alright, before I start the video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you would, please click the like button. Those things will help with YouTube's new algorithm. Alright, I've been on the road for 7+ hours, heading back to Orange County, and I've stopped at Victorville to check out the Cracker Barrel that's here. I think this is the one that's farthest west in the United States. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think this is the most western one. And if you look here, the outside looks pretty normal. It hasn't been genderized or globalized, and we'll check out and see what the inside looks like. Alright, this is the country store portion. Got some stuff for Christmas already out. Looks pretty much what I would expect for a Cracker Barrel. Again, doesn't look like any gentrification here. Doesn't look like any globalization has hit here. So that's actually a good sign. Alright, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but sure enough, the first thing that I noticed that has changed is the rating on the pig game. I don't know if you can see it, but leave 3 or more, no reason to be embarrassed, try again. I don't know if you can read it, but that's what it says. It used to say ignoramus, so they've basically changed that up. However, we're focused back in. The restaurant pretty much looks the same as I remembered it. It's been a lot of years since I've been here, so I do remember the general look is the same. So again, that's a pretty good sign. Alright, another change is basically the alcohol menu, and of course they've ditched a lot of their specialty drinks, like the cold apple cider that was served in a frosted mug, and root beer. You know, I don't know who really comes to a Cracker Barrel to drink alcohol, especially, I guess, it's not too badly priced. Alright, the server came by relatively fast, took my drink order and my food order since I was ready to go, and I got the chicken and dumplings with 2 sides, and for my sides I got the loaded mashed potatoes and the bacon mac and cheese. I don't know if that all goes together, but we're going to see how everything tastes here in a few minutes. So something else new that they kind of have here, at least new to me, is the $6 take-home meals. You've got butter pecan French toast, crispy home-style chicken with mac and cheese, and smokehouse grilled chicken with mashed potatoes. It's a cheap option. I don't know what the size of the sides are or the meals themselves, but $6, if it's actually filling, that's a great deal. Another thing that I'm noticing that I heard happened, and for someone my age, I guess I'd be a little bit upset about, but I don't really eat off the senior menu yet, but they've ditched the senior menu. It's nowhere to be found. It was for 55 and older. I'm 59, but I still eat off regular menus, so I guess that wouldn't affect me yet. Alright, the lemonade tastes pretty good. You can see the little pieces of lemon, so it is either a really good, like, simply lemonade with pulp, or it's fresh made. I would guess it's fresh made. It tastes fresh, and there's a good balance between the sweet and tart, so it's good. Alright, well, portion size definitely hasn't changed, at least not in my opinion. And this is the chicken and dumplings. Here are the loaded mashed potatoes. And here's the bacon mac and cheese. And And there are my biscuits. I'm glad I haven't eaten all day because this is quite a large meal. I'm going to start digging in. Alright, the chicken and dumplings. There's a good ratio of chicken to dumpling. Almost every dumpling had some chicken in it. As you can see, there's a good amount of chicken left over compared to the dumpling, and I'm almost finished. The loaded potatoes, there was a good amount of all the ingredients, and the potatoes were nicely whipped. I'm usually not a huge mac and cheese fan, but I actually like theirs. It was cheesy. I really liked the addition of the bacon. I really thought it helped. Bacon seems to help everything, so that holds true here. And the biscuits, that was the one minor thing I had to wait. The server forgot the honey at first, so they kind of cooled down, but they're really good. They're nice and flaky. Like I said, like mine with honey if I can't get gravy with them. So overall, it's been a pretty good meal, and it's definitely going to fill me up for the rest of the day. Definitely carb loaded, exactly what you would expect going to a Southern style restaurant. Alright, I got suckered into these on the way out because apparently this is the only location that sells these particular sticks. They're dark chocolate bourbon sticks. Bourbon's kind of right up my alley, so I definitely was easily tempted, and they were actually on sale for 2 for $10. So I added that to my bill. Alright, some final thoughts. First off, the service was very friendly. There were some minor bumps at the end. In particular, it took a while to get the honey. She actually forgot that. Usually I wouldn't even bother mentioning it, but because the restaurant was so dead, I kind of wonder what would happen if they were actually full and busy. Here's the biggest problem that I see, and it's a problem with the country in general. You can't let places like BlackRock and Vanguard insert themselves into your businesses, your franchises, because they hire people like Julie. I think her name is Mauricio. That's her last name. Anyway, this woman was the CEO of Taco Bell. So she's the one that eliminated all the stand-up menu items, all the ones that were mainstays, and replaced them with this cantina chicken shit before she ran away because she realized Taco Bell's going downhill. So she got the hell out of there before she got blamed for it, but it's all her fault. And she's basically doing the same thing here, and even worse, because she's spending $700 million, over half the market capital of Cracker Barrel, to do these remodels, and they won't matter. I can't stress it enough how many places have chased this modern audience that doesn't care. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, or modern customer in this case. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. However, it exists in very small numbers. And those small numbers don't care. Star Wars tried to appeal to the modern audience. Modern audience didn't show up. Marvel tried to appeal to the modern audience. Didn't show up. Cracker Barrel is trying to appeal to the modern customer. You know how many modern customers were in there? 0. They were all my age-ish. They weren't modern customers. There's your base. And you're going to start chasing your base away. Business 101 is it's harder to get a new customer than it is to keep an old one. And let me tell you how this works. You keep your old customer, they grow up, they have children, they take those children there, then those children take their children there, and it continues on and on and on. And it works with Star Wars too. My dad got me into Star Wars. My dad got me into Tolkien very young. I read it. I love it. I went and saw the Star Wars movies until they went to shit. That's how this shit works. This is how you survive for 70, 80, 100 years. You do not survive by chasing a modern audience that doesn't care. I'm flabbergasted. Like I said, listen, never hire a CEO that wears those large glasses and is liberal, woke, whatever. They don't care about your customers. They don't care about anything. They're just trying to temporarily prop up the value of your business in some way, and then they cut and run as soon as it starts going downhill. All they are is trying to build a resume, and they just get circulated around from business to business, and they cause failure to failure. All right, I think I'm going to end it there. So once again, if you like the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel. I am trying to get my channel running full time. I ask for your patience. And like my father told me when I was 18 years old, get out.